Hi, my name's Justin. It's the 24th of July 2010, and as I happen to be on holidays while this day has rolled around, I'm currently in Cambodia. I'm actually in Siem Reap, which is just outside the ruins of Angkor, the most famous of which is the huge temple complex of Angkor Wat. The last time I was in this area, I really wanted to come to Angkor Wat, but you couldn't. It was dangerous to cross the border, and most governments recommended staying out of the country. And even archaeologists and anthropologists that wanted to go to Angkor Wat often went with armed guards. It's amazing to think 16 years later so much has changed, and there's a thriving tourism industry, and the people get to come and see the remains of this once amazing civilization. Just thinking about the questions that have been asked for this day in the life. The first one, what do you fear? I think being here at Siem Reap, I've really given that a lot of thought. I'm walking around the ruins and being in Cambodia and realize that the only thing I think I fear in the world is really us. And I don't mean other people like individuals, haven't really had much problem with that, but just what we're willing to do, what the power that we have, and we have the power to destroy the world with nuclear weapons, with chemical weapons, biological weapons, with environmental catastrophe. That's all in our power. We have that power in our hands, and I fear that we're going to use it. I fear that we're not willing to take the measures and steps to protect our life on this planet, because life will continue well without us. So that's something that I really fear. I really fear not only the people who will go ahead and do some of these things or initiate some of these actions, but that so many of us will stand by collectively while these things happen, either not just marching in armies, but even standing by while those armies march. So that's something I've really thought about coming to Cambodia and reflecting on its history, because this is a country that was free until 1975, then had civil war, went through a terrible genocide, was liberated by a neighboring country, but then occupied by them at the same time, and now finally has a free country where people can live their lives in happiness. So being here to think that all happened in my lifetime is really very humbling and makes me think a lot about that question about what I fear. What I love, I think I love the people who won't stand by when those things happen. People who will stand up and inspire us to follow them. I think those are the people who, those are the things I love. Those kind of people and nations and neighbors, when they come together, the power that they have. I very much love that. Of course, my friends and family, but just thinking of that bigger picture. And I love the world. I love traveling the world and seeing it. I think it's humbling. I think it opens our perception. It makes us not only see the world differently, but our own homes and neighborhoods differently as well. What makes me laugh? I'd rather say what gives me joy. I think the world, life really gives me joy, and I hope it's something we don't squander. I hope it's something we respect and treasure. I love, as I say, traveling and seeing new worlds and civilizations and new cultures, because it makes me appreciate my own life, my own family, and my world. So I really get great joy from the world, and I think if we all took a moment to reflect on that, reflect on what the world means to us and what life means to us, maybe we'd make different decisions that would benefit us all. As for what's in my pockets, I've got it out here. Of course, I've got my passport so that I can travel. I've got my Cambodian visa, which somebody had to pay some bribes to get, is my understanding. And I've got my day pass to Angkor Wat, you see, 24th of July. And then I had, of course, all my cards and money so that I can travel. Anyway, I hope you find some of the footage I've found really interesting. Angkor is an interesting place, not as the ruins. It's a civilization that at its height had 1 million people when London only had 50,000 people. So to think of it that way, and it was destroyed by deforestation and the damage it caused to their own natural environment. So I think there's a great lesson in walking around the ruins, and then in seeing bullet holes in some of the walls from the Civil War and from when people tried to destroy it, and that it survived but remains as a monument, really, in a tombstone. And if we're not careful, we'll have our own tombstones for other generations to find. Anyway, that's all.